Number one, Moses. If you study the ministry of Moses and you consider the assignment God gave him, you know, sometimes we read the Bible too quick, so we don't meditate. Now, in the days of Moses, Egypt was the strongest civilization in the world. And the orientation of Egypt is one that is tyrannical. They succeed by subjugating others. So Egypt was known to have slaves that did the work for the citizens. That's how they survived. And they had kept the children of God in captivity for 400 years. And God encounters Moses and sends Moses to go tell Pharaoh, let my people go that they may worship me. Now imagine for a second that you were Moses and God sends you now and says, go to Russia. You know, you are saying the UK is hard, it's difficult to win souls here. That's why in 1 year you won 10 souls. Moses didn't go to the street. If God sent him to the street to win souls, he would have celebrated. Because it would have been so simple. God sent Moses to Pharaoh. Pharaoh was known as a sun god. If you were Moses, trust me, you may not even have entered Egypt. Now, Moses was not just a stranger trying to sneak into Egypt. Moses was running away from Pharaoh because Pharaoh wanted to kill him. So he was an enemy of the land. And then God tells him, go tell Pharaoh to let my people go, that they may serve me. If God tells you now, go to North Korea. And tell the president that this nation must open for the gospel. Hope you know that your Christianity will finish. You will just tell God, if this is the assignment, I'm ready to come home. Now, I'm trying to paint a picture because some of you can't go to your neighborhood and win somebody on the street because you think it's hard. So I'm trying to, let's see what is hard. Is it harder to go to the street and tell somebody Jesus loves you, or to go and tell Putin? Are you seeing how falling we are? See, if we don't know these things, right, most of the impartations we receive will mean nothing. They keep laying hands, they keep pouring oil, they keep prophesying over us. What are we doing with it? A man encounters God once, and his assignment is to go to the strongest king on earth and tell him, let the slaves go. And this is not a people that went into captivity last week. They've been there for 430 years. So you are going to uproot something that is more than 400 years old. These were the things our patriarchs did. This is why Romans 15:4 said, the things that were written aforetime, he said they were written for our learning, so that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. If Moses went to Pharaoh, then you have no excuse going to the street. So when we talk about empowerment, there is a cause. There is a purpose for it. It's not just to receive and enjoy the euphoria of God's presence. Now, it will surprise you that what Moses had is available to all of us now. Because as we study down, you will discover that the only weapon Moses had was God's presence. It was the Shekinah that went with Moses. And that's why when Moses wanted to go, he said, your presence will not depart from me, else I won't go. So all Moses carried was God's presence. And so anybody who has God's presence who does not do more than Moses is a failure. Because all he had was the presence of God. And he was able to uproot a 400 years captivity, deliver a whole nation, and took them to the promised land to serve God. All he had was the presence. The Shekinah went with them. God told him, I will send an angel before you. Say no, if you don't go with us, we'll not depart from here. So he knew what he carried. The question is, do we have the presence of God? Capital yes. The presence of God is not just upon us, it's now indwelling. So we have much more than Moses had. How come our result is nothing to compare?
I strongly believe that you are blessed by our content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest video, and also subscribe, like and share with your friends and relatives so that they can watch and be blessed also. Thank you. See you on our next video.